What's it gonna be? Land or burn?
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing Keranos, God of Storms. Keranos is an Izzet god, an enchantment creature that only becomes a creature if you have enough devotion to red and blue. And Keranos triggers at the beginning of your turn. When you draw your first card during your turn, you look at it, you show it to your opponent, and if it's a land, you draw another card. But if it's not a land, then you get to deal 3 damage to any target. It's either an extra card or a bolt, and that plays nicely with Izzet value. But because you're looking for devotion in this deck is running a lot of planeswalkers and permanents that stick around and play, like rooms and enchantments other than that, like Uthgard Fury, that will help you build up your devotion as you try to make Keranos into a 6/5 indestructible creature. On top of that, we've got burn, we've got counter spells, and all of the things that make Izzet good. And of course, because you want to trigger Keranos even more, don't worry, we've got extra turns so we can draw an additional start of turn card. That's right, there's not many ways to re-trigger Keranos, so we're running the ones that we've got. So let's take him into the queue and start drawing and bolting. Narset Transcendent. This is going to be a deck that has very, very, very few creatures in it. And unfortunately, my ability to deal with planeswalkers is minimal. I can deal some damage to them, but this Narset for 4 mana comes in with 7 loyalty after using her plus. I have ramp in this hand. That's the only reason I would want to keep it. But I don't think it's enough, so I'm going to throw it back. I need to fight counterspells with counterspells. Board wipes with counterspells. You know what? It's just I have to have a counterspell in my hand, or I can't keep against a Narset deck. Also, my cat is here. Still, she's being fluffy. She's a good girl. This is Scraps. She comes up on the desk sometimes when she really needs attention, like today. Oh, she bit. I'm going to keep holding that Jawari Disruption, probably using Flame of Anor to destroy an artifact if they play an artifact, or otherwise draw cards. You're not an artifact. I will draw 2 cards. And kiss the cat. That's a good cat. Arcane Signet, a good artifact. Gets me mana of any color. Well, any color I'd be using. And unfortunately, Roaring Furnace will probably not have targets until they make some tokens with things. But I do have this Wash Away. 3 steps ahead, sure. Draw 2 and discard. Kind of like what I did with the Flame of Anor. I'm like trying to see around my cat. She's kind of in the way. Ooh, a Snapcaster. That's pretty nice. Especially with the Flame of Anor, because it lets me choose multiple modes. Unfortunately, what I do not have here is, well, I don't have protection for whatever I'm casting, so I'm gonna go with Steaming Sauna. It's a pretty, like, low impact card here, and they're gonna counter it. All right. They could land a non-Narset Planeswalker here. Nope, they're gonna go for the Narset. They could be protecting this with a counter spell, mana drain, anything like that, but I'm using the Wash Away. I'd love to have the Keranos better protected, but I think that the Jawari Disruption is going to be enough here. Memory Lapse. Disruption on the Memory Lapse. I have been trying so hard to land my commander in games. Here it is. Keranos, God of Storms. It essentially draws me a card or deals 3 damage. Remember how she has a +1 and she's got 7 loyalty on the turn she comes out? Yeah, you don't have to worry about this. This is not a threat to you. I will show you what is a threat to you, though. This turn, it's not going to be this. I'm time warping. That's right, I am. Three damage to your face. The more turns I can take, the more triggers I get of Keranos. We're doing the same dang thing they're doing. Because oftentimes you use the rebound for extra turns. This time it was card. Plussing. Great. 1 damage to them. 1 kitty cat. They cast a thing which gets them a shark, and it also gets them a crab and a clue. I will choose to deal 3 damage to their face. I'm going to throw down Narset because it's going to give Keranos enough devotion. Unless this gets countered. No, they're going to draw before she's down because otherwise they can't get an extra card per turn. Scraps, what are you staring at on the board? She's staring at the screen. Out of air. Okay, they get a shark. You're not an elemental shark, are you? No, you're not. Scraps, what you doing? I saw you bopping things. What were you bopping for? With enough Chandra triggers, their extra turns might kill them? Yeah! Between Keranos and Chandra, whoever's taking the extra turns, we're getting into... What? The crab craves violence. They know I have Counterspell in hand.
Is it just me, or is it getting a little warm?
I'm not gonna bother with this, because I just kind of want to sit here. If I cast the thing that they can counter, they also potentially get the Shark Typhoon. 2 more damage. Yeah, a slow, dirtily deck dies to this Chandra. Narset Transcendent? Get out of here! You would dare? Counter with a snare.
I train every day. No one is more prepared than me. Plan and succeed.
It's pretty fine with me. What do we get? A land, and that got me another land. Plussin. Plussin. Shmushin.
Fury will only lead you astray.
They take 3. Scraps, what are you doing? You're so cute.
Knowing is most of the battle.
Divine Purge exiles all artifacts and creatures with a mana value 3 or less. Hey, wouldn't that hit your sharks too? Doesn't this like just make a shark and then immediately exile it? The poor shark. The poor shark. That's a creature land, so I'm just gonna bop it now. You get an island, I get an island. We've all got islands here. Because I got a land, I get a non-land here. I'll cast Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Let's see if it resolves. Kiss the cat. Urtai's Scorn. Countering and making a shark. Oh, +2, so they take 4 damage.
Let's get toasted.
I'm trying to get them to do something with this. Mana Tithe. Okay, I actually can pay the 1, so I will. And then I'm going to put a shark in Witness Protection if I can. Yes! Okay, the shark is now in Witness Protection. They take 4. They're down to 2. Caps, do you like the baby shark? The shark that goes to business?
Improve. Enlighten.
We take 2 damage to the Chandra. They got a remand here. But Keranos finishes them off, getting a kill with my commander. Also, Chandra helped. And Scraps, you helped too. What a good girl. This is a good cat right here. She knows how to play Magic the Gathering. By which I mean, she once chewed holes in Kalia of the Vast. That's pretty much playing Magic. Slimefoot and Squee. Slimefoot and Squee is a reanimator deck. If you have a Saproling and a Slimefoot and Squee in your graveyard, you can sacrifice the Saproling, paying a little bit of mana, and then bringing back your commander and another card. I've got the clock and no red mana, so I'm going to mulligan here. This is a hand that I think to somebody else is going to look a lot scarier than it is. Like the cards I'll be playing. This actually isn't doing that much. I'm going to play this Arcane Signet over Brawl. I can play Brawl next turn, holding up the Prismark Command. Girl, what are you doing? My cat is... Well, she's very cute. So she's got that going on for her. Isn't that right, Scraps? Scraps, do you want a treat? If you come over here, I'll give you one. Good girl. You want another? They're not actually treats, they're just kibbles, but she doesn't know what the difference is. Nice, that can interrupt the Snapcaster. They're putting another creature into the graveyard. I think I'm going to just Prismari Command right now. One more. One more kibble. Good girl. You're so cute. Smooches on the noggin. I'm going to make a treasure and deal 2 damage to that. So I can play Keranos next turn without having to bolt in Seagate Restoration. I can't actually see past her right now. Yes, hi. Hi, girl. Yeah, you're so happy you got to have a treat. Mwah. They're making a goblin. Nice goblin. Their commander's also a goblin. I'll play Keranos. Using up that treasure. Missing this cat. And having this enter in tapped. No magic, only Scraps. Thank you. Thank you, Scraps. Thanks. I love you very much. Oh, you're gonna sit on my hand? Okay. Thanks, baby. You're a good cat. She just got started because her own tail knocked my pen off the desk. The one I'm using for notes when I'm making the video. Detectives Phoenix. They could absolutely make a flying goblin this turn. Or the hash slinging slash. Does this also give haste? Oh, yikes, it does. So my life total is going to be very low this turn if they want it to be. Collecting evidence 6 is easy with the cycling creatures here. So the generous ent coming down. I will block this goblin, and my life total is going down. Very down. Thankfully, I can take a bunch of extra turns, which is one of the ways I can get more triggers out of Keranos. I was actually looking into how do I get more triggers out of Keranos, and it's unfortunately not an easy thing to do. It really does come down to, well, just taking more turns. Well, hopefully, I'll be able to attack with Keranos on one of these turns. 3 damage, right? 3 damage to you. Get that Snapcaster. The Temporal Manipulation. These should not be recastable, but they are. Swinging for another 1. Get another 3 damage. Still trying to see past you, Scraps. Yeah, I love you too. Steaming Sauna, so Keranos can attack. Ragavan, because it's Ragavan. Swinging in with all of these. Drawing an extra card. Oh, what do you do? You want the $5? Jeff, do you want $5? Or do you want Venom? You wanted Venom. She was pawing at part of my desk where there's this Venom toy, which she loves. She's chewing on him. Yeah, you love to eat Venom. Yum, 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 yum. Do it in front of the camera, girl. It'd be funny. I hate Venom. I hate Venom. Girl, you're so cute. Nope, pause off the keyboard, sweet bean. What's going on? They don't have lethal yet, do they? They might. Gaps needed $5, so she should subscribe to my channel or become a member. Oh, good girl. She's going behind the screen now so she can knock. She's going behind the screen so she can knock things down now. What a good cat. Oh, hey, Sky Fisher Spider. No, my devotion! Oh, the misery. Keranos, no longer a dude. Hardly a god. So do you attack with the slasher here, or no? There's a potential of this dealing 3. I might have removal for the Skyfisher. But this is so much damage. Everybody wants to be her Skibbity. Great, thanks. I'm down to 3. Can you bolt me? Slimefoot and Squee, Jun's Lightning Bolt. I mean, there is literally Lightning Bolt in these colors. Okay, Scraps. Thanks for not knocking too much stuff down. I do have wizards in play for Flame of Anor. They're shooting the sheriff! Okay, when you died, you gain life? Yes. Brainstorm. We have them gain the life. Swing in with both. Got a Llanowar Elf. I can play the Llanowar Elf. Yep, that doesn't change anything here. And because of how the Detective's Phoenix works, I need to hit this during combat. Otherwise, they can move the Flying Haste onto something else. Unstoppable Slasher swings in, and we deal 5 damage to it and draw 2 cards. It will come back. I can choose to deal the 1 damage to Saproling. This comes back. The Phoenix is now, you know, bird. Oh. Who's giving birth to what? Because I got rid of the Saproling, sacrificing Slimefoot and Squee isn't as good. Okay. The Unstoppable Slasher gave birth to... Yeah, that's how that works. The Delighted Halfling. The top card of my deck was not a land, though, so I get to bolt. And bolt we shall! 3 damage, straight to the face. GG. Davriel, Soul Broker. It's mono black control. Using this Davriel's abilities to get all sorts of goodies. I wish I had another red source, but I do think this is a keepable hand. If they throw down something like Shuldred, I can take away its abilities. Eventually, I'll have some ramp, and a dragon. I like dragon. Oh, I'm being asked how my new sofa is. It's very nice. I sat on it. That's how you know it's a good sofa. Prismari Command, if they play a little thing, I could destroy it, like an artifact for ramp. No, they're just drawing cards with Sign and Blood. I'm gonna go for a Fable of the Mirror Breaker here, because that will get me treasures off the Goblin. Jet Medallion, discounting all of their spells. Are you gonna kill my Goblini? My Goblini! I'm going to discard Unable to Scream. Sweet. Chandra. Plusin for double red. And destroying Jet Medallion. Yeah, I got a new sofa recently, and it's very nice to have a sofa that is a little bit longer. Aw, Chandra's dead. I'm definitely not like the ideal size for this sofa, but I'm still happy that I get to sit in it. No sofa will ever be good for me and my partner. We're just two different heights, two different worlds. They get to draw 2, and I lose 4. There's not many ways for black to get rid of this. Overlord of the Flood Pits would be cool. Keranos is cooler. I'm getting my commander in play. Davriel, going to have some offers and conditions. And then dying to a Prismari Command, I can only assume. Whenever they draw a card, they gain 2 life. And creatures they don't control, which there were none here. Oh, I'll just kill the Davriel. Got some life. I will play Overlord of the Flood Pits. I'd play Niv, but I don't have the mana. I need another red. Is this murdered? They shot the sheriff! I'll drop the Brothershood and that card. I'm getting rid of it. Liliana of the Dark Realms. You're the one who gets swamps, right? Gix, Yawgmoth, Praetor. 2 different targets here that both need to be bolted. Thankfully, Keranos gets me a bolt. Ba-bam! And I also got, you know, like Prismari Command and Lightning Bolt here, so let's do those 2. Let's go for 2 damage treasure. 2 damage treasure. Would you please tap this? How many cards in my graveyard? 8. Okay, so Search for Azcanta will flip. Which unfortunately does make number go down on Keranos, but it will make some other numbers hopefully go up. Davriel gets offers and conditions. Necropotence! How many cards are you going to draw? Or not draw? The other one draws. The Modern Horizons one draws. This one puts in exile and then puts into hand, which gets around there whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Bing bong ding dong. I would like to flip it, yeah. Oh, look at that! Die, Davriel! His spells cost less. Keranos, you're doing so well in this game. Niv Mizzet. And Would you look at that? Keranos is a creature. What do you mean, Dark Ritual? Okay. Ping it. Murderous Rider. Ping it. I'm sad Keranos won't get to attack. Gonna do this now. I could pretend for counter soul, but like they know I would have countered that if I could. They could definitely just like go wild on this. But so far, we're good. Davriel comes down again. The fact that Davriel can discount himself is so frustrating. So they drew 3, lose 6, but they gain 6 because of the other time they've gotten the offer in condition. This may be very relevant later, but getting the extra spell in hand is something I wanted. All right, Murderous Rider. This one's a 1/3. We are rapidly approaching midnight. I got a land, so I get an extra card, and that extra card is an Ionize. There's a counter spell. Goblin. 1 mana for a fine bit of removal. Hitting Davriel. You gonna try to cut down? Oh yeah, I don't have more red. Until I shock this in, which I haven't done yet. That's fine with me. It's going to be midnight. I have to choose between one of these for this turn and for the next turn. I am going to shock in for the Ionize. Hourglass Coven. Not letting that happen. 2 damage. It's going to hit the Murderous Rider. And I'll probably want to activate the Midnight Clock before the next turn. Because it doesn't matter too much. It's a land. What card do you think they get? If they wanted to exile my graveyard, they could go for like a Bajuka Bog, but they already played a land this turn. They gain life because of the card draw part. Okay, more cards in hand. Keep it full. Putting an upkeep stop to tap this for mana. The first card I draw for the turn, Keranos gets the trigger, and I guess I'm hitting Murderous Rider. Cool, Time Warp. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Go to main phase. Hall of Storm Giants. Time Warp. Probably should be manually tapping that, because this game is silly. Monkey. Pass the turn. Three damage to their face. I am going to activate... okay, you know what? This. I'm going to activate the Hall of Storm Giants. There we go. Going in for big damage. You don't have an instant speed kill spell for Ragavan there? Wild. They may have gotten a Thought Distortion. Let's find out. Because I just top-decked their duress. Alright, so Torment. I'm trying to think if Torment's enough to kill me. Breach and Crux. I think Torment is something I need to hit there. Because we do have counter spells for everything else. A ravenous chupacabra. Now mill it. They'll steal a thing and I'll put it back in my hand. Yeah, it's a Torment of Hailfire with the discount. Trying to steal my Niv Mizzet. You'll get to draw, killing my monkey. Oh yeah, I forgot about the card draw gaining them life. Bop it. Boop. They could destroy dragons with their Crux of Fate. It's wild to see Crux of Fate still see play. Use the field. I have to keep forcing it to use Field of Ruin. We go to combat and swing in for 6. They're gonna draw. Wait, they don't draw a card at the start of turn. They're gonna play a land. Oh no, guys! What if my Field of Ruin would have prevented so much of this mana? Whatever. Play your 9 mana Davriel, and then wipe the board. Oh, now it has a legal target. It didn't before, though. Hi, Davriel.
No need to moralize to me. I just want a deal.
They're getting more offers and conditions. Gaining life, gaining life, gaining life, and then exiling 2 cards from their hand. Okay. So they're back up to 8. Would you like to destroy all dragons? I'm gonna ping them for 1. Bing bang! Keranos is no longer a creature. Ah, dang it, Gary! 14 and 9 now. What do we got? 3 damage. I can get them pretty low, but I can't kill them with what I have. Using Hall of Storm Giants. Play with fire on that. You already have enough mana. Why are you saying Planeswalker? Damage the Planeswalker. Please don't try to tell me how to play. I had 2 damage to any target in hand, so it makes more sense for me to use 3 damage to the thing that I can deal more to. So Obliterator is good, but I don't think it's what I counter. I have to hit this. All right. Hi, Loaf. Well, that makes it. Looks like I wish I was hitting this. Nice. So they have very lethal damage. I'll have to sacrifice a lot if I deal any damage to this. Ooh, are you sure? Risky. Do I think Field of Ruin is good in any deck? No. Do I think you should put it in many decks, though? Yes. As Kanta? Give me like a Chandra that deals damage to their face. No, not Molten Impact. Jace can be obnoxious.
I'm sure you'll miss me.
So wildly, I got Keranos into creature mode. If I attack here, like, sacrificing 6 permanents, I can do, but it's not good for me. It would be like a bunch of treasures and a couple lands. Realmbreaker can steal my lands. Sheoldred and Sheoldred. We're going to sacrifice Jace. Keranos is no longer a creature. They have 5 damage able to swing in here. They cannot draw cards. They're leaving it all back. That's going to hurt. They could have brought me down by attacking here. It was a land. And then another land! Oh, man. Give me Lightning Bolt. I can't. I could technically put it on the stack. And if I get instant speed burn, and I do have instant speed burn, we're putting on full control mode. I can deal 3 damage to whatever. It doesn't really matter. This Sheoldred. It's my only hope. I agree. We're going to draw 3. And we're going to die to Sheoldred the Apocalypse. That's rough, buddy. Damn, if only we got the burn down the house off of his Kanta. Like, if only it was a little closer. That would have been so sick. Just swing in with them. Nope. Death. A good game, though. A fine game, Davriel. Ashiok, Nightmare Weaver. Will be exiling the top cards of my deck and can put stolen creatures into play. But we don't actually have that many creatures, so... yeah, we'll see how it goes. This Ashiok will eventually be able to, like, also just get rid of my hand. But I feel that the high loyalty and the fact that I'm not going to be able to damage it with a lot of different types of burn is going to make this really hard to deal with. If I can bounce it, that's cool. But otherwise, it might be sticking around. This hits Planeswalkers, right? Yeah, it does. This can hit Planeswalkers. This can hit. This does not. Oh, but my thinks are being erased. Which think you getting rid of? I hit the Prismari command. Fair. That was gonna get me mana for an earlier Keranos. Tempting to just play this for X equals 0. It's really, yeah, now I have this in play. Oh, Black Market connection. You know I love Black Market. Actually, they probably don't know who I am, but if they did know who I am, they'd say, wow, Amy loves Black Market connection. Here, I'm gonna pay life too. We're both paying life. I got Teferi's Ageless Insight out. When I start drawing additional cards, which I'm totally gonna do, right, Keranos? I'll get even more. Ageless Insight is a very funny card. It's one of those things where it does nothing on its own, but with certain other cards, it does way too much. All right, Liliana, plus or minus? It's a plus. I'm going to drop Spiteful Banditry. Do I feel like Time Warping? Or just Brotherhood's End? Time Warp! Me. I don't want them to take the extra turn. No. It's like I could Brotherhood Ends this. I fully expect to be discarding a card, and of these cards, this is the one I'd like to discard. Unfortunately, Roaring Furnace does not hit Planeswalkers. Okay, hi Liliana. Liliana? Ma'am. I would like to, draw an extra card, which is actually drawing 2 extra cards. They paid the 6 that they did. Hit a 3rd Planeswalker for good measure. What are you gonna hit? One of them's a Spark Devil. They hit Chandra, Land, and Utter Insignificance. Alright, so I hit a land, so I get an extra 2 cards, thanks to Fairy's Ageless Insight. Jace is going to be very good with this because the Brainstorm effect on that 0 draws 6. But I gotta deal some damage here, or I'm going to die. So let's start with that. Actually, would playing... no, Jace is only 2 devotion, so it wouldn't have been enough for the Keranos. Oh, maybe I should have held the land just to double discard. Yeah, but they might not want to double discard. We'll find out. Oh, no. They're just using up all those spells. Nesting Grounds. That moves counters around, right? Hi. So they're just completely emptying their hand because they know the pluses are going to hit these too. I do have the Hall of Storm Giants available too. All right, and now they exile. What do they get? Okay, still no creature. Yeah, I don't have many of those. Are you gonna move loyalty around? Ugh. They took one of Ashiok's loyalty and put it onto Liliana. Time Warp. Okay, I gotta kill one of the lilies. And then I'm going to do a Time Warp. Flame of Anor also does not hit Planeswalkers. Kill, I'll probably draw the cards. I think it just deals like damage to Liliana. It's like, I'm thinking, should I be hitting face here? I don't know. I want to draw 4. Nice. Uthgardt Fury. This lets me deal damage to any target. I'm going to hit the Agent of Rafine. Play this land. And next turn, I think Keranos might actually be able to attack. Siphon Insight's going to be stealing from me. But at least it uses up a spell. Unlike this just taps. Taps and pays 2. Would you like to steal again? They have no cards in hand. Did you hit a creature? They did hit a creature! I'll drop Sulfur Falls.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
You You stole Niv Mizzet? Bro, how come I don't get to steal Niv Mizzets? Oh, well, I guess that makes it okay. The card on top is not a creature. Put that Niv Mizzet back in my hand. So they're gonna get to deal a damage to me. Draw a card, deal a damage. Give me my Niv Mizzet back. And Niv Mizzet returns to his rightful place, hanging out with me, my best bud Keranos. It's my Niv Mizzet and I want it now. I probably could have, like, dealt damage to face force in the block, but I liked what I ended up getting way more. Niv Mizzet's awesome. Attacking their face is good, too. Did I have fun? Sure did. Ruric, son of Yawgmoth. You can choose to pay life instead of black mana, which adds up to a lot of life, but then you grow Ruric, he's got lifelink, and you can gain that back. Inquisition of Kozilek, they can Izzet Charm, Tail's End, or Spiteful Banditry. I think Tail's End is going to be their best pick, unless they're planning on attacking my hand again next turn, because then, you know, Izzet Charm. This is a 2-2, though. This can hit it. This could kill a Ruric if they don't have lots of black spells to cast right away using life. All right, yeah, so they're going to stop me from countering him, saying hello, hi! And then I'll hit them with a kiss. Kisses. Kisses from Oko. Oh, look, another counterspell. Yippee! Ooh, it's Morbin time. I'm gonna put that back on top of their deck. And then I'll put down Solar Transformer over holding up the Izzet Charm. I want to ramp because of the Spiteful Banditry. Also, Keranos. Also, everyone. Oh, hey, Sheoldred. You pain in the butt, you. That makes the card draw stuff in this deck a lot worse, like the commander and how it draws cards. Sheoldred. I'm gonna bring out Brawl and just plus. Defend me, Brawl! Can't I just kill her? Not yet. At this moment, I cannot kill Sheoldred because she has 5 toughness. I know, it's crazy how big her butt is. Sheoldred, why your booty miles and miles long? Why'd you stable yourself to a dragon engine? Blocking. That will draw them a card, which will gain them 2 life. Okay, so good news is the Winter Moon is not ruining me yet. I think I go for the Impending Overlord. Followed by Izzet Charm. I need to get rid of this. And this is the way I can do it this turn. They will get to draw. It is Morbing time. Honors, protect me! I could have also gone for the -3 there, but like, ulting Roll in this deck is pretty good. Bolus's Citadel! Do you know what this does? Lets you pay life for cards on top of your deck. So that's a Liliana. Redhorde General. Good card. Roll's just gonna take 1.
You ought to knock that off.
I'm debating having Keranos out. Because I can have him be a creature, but then Liliana can make him be sacrificed. I'm gonna get rid of the land and play with fire. I'm going to chainsaw the Morbid Opportunist.
I am confident this will work.
And Keranos will probably die to a minus on the Lily, but I actually think that's okay. It could be worse, to be nice. Yep.
No way but mine.
Rev it up. This Citadel could also just be a problem. With the devotion I have, this Nykthos is up there. Soon the Overlord of Boiler Bilges. Boiler Bilges? Yeah. That'll be able to attack, but it needs at least 2 more turns of sitting around being an enchantment. Ruric coming out, they are only paying 4 mana. They're paying a lot of life. Now they have 8 devotion for Nykthos, but they did not use it. They didn't use it. What do you have that you... Alright. Chandra hopes taken. Crumpshy.
New world requires new strategies.
Gonna deal 3.
No idea who
You. It may have been auto tapper. May have been.
everyone we've lost to Phyrexia.
Rev it up.
I thirst for information.
I am discarding those 2 cards so I can hold up Mana Train. It's also possible that they didn't have anything that they were casting for more than that. Yeah, Nykthos usually won't activate if you're casting something smaller than 3 mana. And they also have the weird, like, replacement effects with Ruric. And, by the way, if you've ever piloted a Ruric deck, you know this, but for anybody else, the way you pay life with Ruric is strange. You click on your avatar to select paying life. There's nowhere that explains this. As far as I know, it's just how it is. Anyway, Ruric actually has a super high mana cost. He costs 7.
I've calculated.
So I would love to have 7 extra mana. So now I have 7 extra mana. I'll use the Chandra plus
Got a feeling this'll work.
Seagate Restoration. Okay.
I am.
It gets a double cast. Hello. Keranos. I was also thinking, like, go for Time Warp, but I like this. Oh, I forgot. Actually, you know, Time Warp may have been lethal. I forgot the Overlord was going to be able to attack after. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiferous. Citadel is still scary. I have 15 life left to give. Deep Cavern Bat gets to exile a card from my hand. And here I'm just thinking also, like, Chandra double the Time Warp. Chandra double the Burn Down the House. Chandra double the Lightning Bolt. You want me to make a Storm Time Warp? I bet I could do it. But I don't think I need to. I think we just double Burn Down the House, swing in, and Lightning Bolt double. Like, on their next turn. We have so many routes of lethal here. I'm not seeing half of them. Chi-Chi. Phlage, Titan of Fire's Fury. Phlage is one of the Titans of Theros. Comes down, lightning helixes, and, well, that's all it needs to do when it first comes down, because later on, don't worry, they can do plenty. They can escape, and it will do it again on attack. This whole cycle of Titans is pretty great. Cruxa, Uro, and now Phlage. Ragavan! That's a good monkey. They're dashing it in, exiling the top card. It is not a 1-drop, so they can't cast it this turn, and Ragavan will go back into their hand. Using a 1 mana for Faithless Looting. Yep, filling up the graveyard for Phlage. I'll have a counterspell ready for Ragavan. He's a very dashing little monkey. Yes, he is. Pit, 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 pit. I'm just gonna hold the counterspell. They dropped Lightning Bolt. And Underworld Breach, I understand. Are you gonna give me a taste of the Phlage? Or is it monkey time again? It is once again monkey time! Since I don't have many blockers, or any, I'll counter it. I can either hold up the Invert Polarity or play one of these. I'm going to throw this down. Yeah, like, Boros aggro has a ton of really good cards for this part of the game. I'm going to drop Confounding Conundrum since they're not like a ramp green deck. If they were a green deck, that's a card you hold on to. Getting this out is going to give me Devotion for Keranos, and it's also just like filtering my hand. Help me find the goods. And I did find the goods. We are impending. Soon we will have a big chunky flyer. And here comes Phlage. I want a Phlage. This isn't actually that impactful, but it will make me happy. Okay, so it just prevented 3 damage to me. As I said, it makes me happy. Next turn, I'm thinking Tyrant. You know what? Cavern of Souls? I'm naming Dragon. You know who's a dragon? This guy. You know who else is a dragon? This guy. You know who isn't a dragon? My commander. But my commander does less than needs to. Niv Mizzet's so cool in this deck. It gives me so much devotion. It's enough to animate Keranos all on its own. And it also punishes my opponent for playing instants and sorceries. Rewards me for playing instants and sorceries. It's a big, cool dragon. Can't be countered. That's cool. I mean, it already can't be countered, but now it double can't be countered. I mostly did this so I would, like, have the right fixing for Niv, because he's triple blue, triple red. Hi, Phlage. Where are you dealing your damage? My god. Ooh, the Shusher. That's a way to cheat Phlage's things. Keranos will not be animated if I play him here. This will become a creature. Burning down a house is actually not bad. I'm going to play Brawl to get a discount on my instants and sorceries. And then I'm going to make a small army of devils, swinging in with the Twin Flame Tyrant. And now we've got the Overlord of the Flood Pits. Sure, Phlage can take that out, but then it will have to contest with my devils. 1, 2, 3. They're blinking him in response? Alright, he doesn't get the enter the battlefield? I guess. Sure. Being asked, how is my cat today? Cute, small, my friend. Yeah, Keranos is tricky to land. These old Theros gods are tricky in the Brawl environment, where cheaper commanders that do something when they enter are definitely going to be better. Also, Prize is going to be making at least 2 kitties. Maybe more if there's something else making tokens. Nope, not right now. Oh, wait, no! They get an extra young hero token, right? So I guess they have to attach it to something. Yeah, put it on the Hushbringer. The Shusher. Does the Hushbringer stop the devil triggers? Yes, it does. But it doesn't need to, because this getting triple blocked with the Twin Flame Tyrant kills it. Niv Mizzet! Still swinging in with you. They rebound. Who's getting blunk? Who's getting blinked? Nobody, probably. Yeah, nobody gets blinked. Who's up blinking they spells? Where are you directing your 3 damage? Keranos once was with the best of the gods and saw modern play. Yeah, it's just tricky having this sort of commander, but a lot of people have asked, hey, Amy, can you brew Keranos? And, you know, I try. See if they have a way to kill this Twin Flame Tyrant. Not at this moment. They both die. They do not have enough in the graveyard right now to escape Phlage. The Ocelotl is going to, you know, do the thing. And they're going to recommission, which lets me ping. I'm going to ping the Hushbringer. Which will cause this to deal 3 damage, but it will also just kill it again. I guess they can escape it now? Or do they put it... Oh, they put it in the command zone. So they could use that, and they got a reprieve. That goes to their hand. Good to know about. I guess I could have killed Niv with those 2 pings. Got a lot of good damage next turn. That's nice. Ocelotl does the thing with the Kittles. Oh, hell yeah. Actually, I wonder if I just go for face because of this. Temporal manipulation. Sorry, Keranos. You're not a part of this. These 2 swing in and they deal 16 damage. We take an extra turn and do it again. Keranos watched. He watched. Xenagos, god of Revels. Another one of the Theros gods, but this one ascended, a satyr who liked to party so hard, and now he makes everybody party hard by giving them twice their power and some haste. I have a feeling that some of this early removal is going to be used on some mana dorks. I've got this Brawl here to discount things, and then Anger of the Gods, if I can get more red, could just wipe things out. See that? See that little guy? Dead. Not dealing with it. Play the Hall of Storm Giants into Brawl. And Domri! Domri will make things uncounterable, creatures specifically, and also buff them up and let them fight. Unfortunately, don't have a good way to deal with that. But when they play a creature, maybe I can turn it into less of a thing. I did bolt the bird, or I guess I fired up the mystic. Is it Xenagos time? No, Thrun. Thrun is also uncounterable. Also has, like, hexproof, right? Can't be the target of non-green spells. Okay, whatever. It's got text on it. It's really weird text. Indestructible on their turn. I'm gonna surveil. Chandra! Chandra cannot kill Thrun. So unfortunately, going into trash. Yeah, this is going to stop a lot of my abilities, which is tough. I have things like Insight, Anger. I think I'm just going to start with the draw 2, discard 2, make a treasure. This is me digging. Because then, maybe, if I can survive a turn, River's Rebuke, reset their board, make them play it again. And try to stop them all the while. Here comes Xenagos. Xenagos targets Thron. Thron becomes a 12-11 and swings in. It's basically hexproof from non-green. Yeah, it's a weird one. Everybody back into their hand. Because haste does exist in their colors, I'm going to keep Brawl back. Next turn, we potentially have the invert polarity, which actually has a 50-50 shot of getting through an uncounterable spell. If you gain control of the spell rather than countering it, the fact it's uncounterable does not matter. Yeah, I like Thrun a lot for like a Voltron kind of commander. I think that's cool. Yeah, taking control of a spell or forcing a spell to change zones, like putting a spell into exile, those all work. Chandra lets me kill both of those. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for -3. Or do I want to do -4, leaving back the Brawl as a blocker? Let's do -4. They have that layer of the Hydra, and that's what I was thinking of here. Good job killing your girlfriend. Just because she lost her spark. Gee. She's so rude, isn't she? Draw and discard, deal damage to face. Playing Keranos leaves me without the counter spell. It's got to be one of these two. I'm gonna go for the Overlord. Discarding a card. That can't be hit by Witness Protection, but I bet we'll find something that can. Discard Fury. It is really fun. I'm gonna drop it. And I'm hoping I can land Keranos next turn. Also, I'm gonna believe in the heart of the cards here. As we always do. As we always should. Oh, people are asking about if devoid spells can get through Thrun. Well, colorless spells are not green. Yes, I would like to target the uncounterable spell twice. Thank you, Chandra. So this is going to give me 2 chances. And the first one's a success. We don't even need the second one. It comes under my control. If that wasn't uncounterable, that would have been even stranger. But, like, yes. Look at that. Hello. You don't have a thing to buff Xenagos. And I can finally land Keranos. I'm going to start with, the 5 cards from the library. Yep. See if there's anything I want to play. Okay, there's some nice things there. I'm holding up the counterspell like this. And since I already have an indestructible creature, I'm pretty down with attacking with Thrun. I'll do that. They know about the counterspell. This is face up. Yeah, saying thank you, Chandra. Thank you, Chandra. Honestly, thank you, River's Rebuke. So now Keranos should hopefully start getting me some triggers. Ilharg. No. Yes, I will pay 2 blue to counter Ilharg. And in fact, I'm going to do it twice. That's how countered their pig is. No pigs. Yes, I'll draw and discard. I don't need that. Yes, I'll draw and discard. I don't need that. But the other one didn't get countered because the counter spell already did. Alrighty. The card I got was a land, which means I get a second card. I'm going to go for the Chandra Plus again. See what she hits. She hit nothing. I don't have anything at instant speed. I'm going to go for Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. What a name. Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. That deals 4. And I am 1 short of lethal here. I don't have lethal. So we're gonna chill. With my indestructible blocker, my not so indestructible blocker, whatever the heck Brawl is. There are still some cards that Xenagos could end the game with here. Like that one. Like that one. Balefire Dragon with haste. Swinging in, sure, I could have brought them to 1. But 1 isn't 0. GG. I think I missed lethal, by the way. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think I missed lethal off Chandra Minothin, because she can hit face, right? Keranos, God of Storms, the same thing that we're playing. Let's see how their deck is built, if they're going to be ramping, bouncing, countering, burning, playing permanents to give devotion. Let's find out. But first they have to decide if they want to go and what they want to keep. I'll keep this. It has Wash Away. Like, them playing their commander is probably not the thing they're doing first, but it's still a good thing to get out. I will pop down this Steam Vents. I don't think there's anything I desperately need to play with fire on. Oh, same hat. That's what I was gonna do! Like, we're doing the same thing. It's like we're on the same wavelength. Yeah! I'm gonna play Brawl. It didn't get countered. Oh boy! Otter. I'm just playing against myself. Well, they didn't play a Roll Crackling Wit. I did. And look, now I have some devotion. Here comes Keranos. There goes Keranos. Oh, we have different basics, but they're both the, like, big art basics, like the Pokemon kind of lands. I got Stained Glass. Theirs are more stellar. Squash away. Washing and squashing. Almost at that Brawl ult, too. Do I feel like ulting Brawl this turn with no payoff? Yes. Just like it. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Brawl's like, I should be the commander. Yes, you should. All of my instants and sorceries now have Storm. Unfortunately, less devotion. But I got some devotion off that room. The Steaming Sauna, who draws me a card. And we have an ulted walker. Keranos can come down. We've got Burn Down the House with Storm. And it should be pretty fun. Winning the game from there. GG, other Keranos. Ruric Thar, the Unbowed. Unbowed? Ruric Thar. I have a way to make Ruric Thar less scary. I have a way to counter him, I have a way to counter him, and I have a way to counter him. That's all I've got, but you know what? I'll take it. Ruric Thar hates it when you cast things that aren't creatures. He says, how dare you? That's a crime, and then he deals 6 damage to you. But in good news, my deck is actually, you know, good at stopping him from coming down in the first place. And then, well, I guess I'll just take 6 damage. Mm-hmm. Rampant growth. Looks like you're playing a lot of non-creature spells over there. I'm just going to hit the Restless Ridgeline to get myself another blue source. Bringing out Chandra. Hey, look, a creature. That's convenient. Do I feel like dashing? Yes, I do. Broken Bond. Are you a creatureless Ruric Thar deck? Because I'm not gonna lie, that would be really funny. Guys, do you think this is a creatureless Ruric Thar deck? Because that's a choice. Secret Commander territory. Chandra's now down to 2 loyalty. Chandra is now dead. But Keranos, what do you find? It was a Time Warp. 3 damage to their face. Pass the turn. There's nothing I can do. I think it's... Wait, it's a creature! Tail's End. The lesbians have been countered. Okay. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Shadow Spear. Can get rid of Indestructible on things like Keranos. Then Ruric Thar, but actually, it's a bird. The bird grew. We draw, so I draw again. I actually don't really want to discard any of these. I like all these spells. Ooh, Niv Mizzet! Pop it! So I could hold up a counterspell for their commander. Or... Dragon. Keranos is a dude now. A dude that can become destructible. They played Ruric Thar. Ruric Thar's a 7/7. Bing bang. Boop bop. I'm gonna take 6. Oh no, 6 damage. He's a little guy. Look at him. I'm gonna animate Den of the Bugbear and swing with everyone. He's a 2/2, you're right, because he has a counter on him. GG. Nicol Bolas, the Ravager. Nicol Bolas enters the battlefield, makes you discard, and can flip over into a scary, powerful planeswalker that can reanimate, kill things, draw cards, and, yeah, it costs 7 mana, though. Ragavan, Invert Polarity, Memory Lapse, this is a great hand. This is absolutely a keep for me. And Scraps is here to watch the game, too. Scraps, do you want to play? Do you want to cast Ragavan Nimble Pilferer? Of course you do. That's a keep. I really like Ragavan as a potential way to ramp to Keranos. The it's also just Ragavan. It's incredibly good. What if Ragavan gave you the choice between make a treasure and get the exile? I'd like that. I revealed this card. I still want him to be worse. We get our monkey business. Hit a land. And now I'm holding up invert polarity. Or like memory lapse or whatever. We have spells, that's the point. I don't have to use those spells though. This being what it is though. I want it. I've been trying to land my commander against so many blue decks today, and the number of times it's worked, it hasn't been a lot. So I'm very happy to say, Keranos, God of Storms, has resolved. You've resolved, and he's gonna get to stick around, right? With all his abilities? It would be really cool. Sulphur Falls comes in tapped. They sure do not have an island or a mountain yet. They're looking at it. Don't worry about it. It's 3 damage or an extra card each turn. It's 3 damage or no. You literally have cards like a disadvantaging me in your command zone. For less mana. And it's a 4/4. I can actually attack. Fine. Game over. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Keranos is a really tricky commander, in part because it costs 5 mana, it can't block or attack, it doesn't absorb damage, and it oftentimes doesn't get to do much because it gets bounced back into your hand or countered. Keranos, God of Storms, is definitely of the older, pre-designed for commander cards, but a lot of people wanted me to build him, so I did. And a couple people are asking, why didn't you build him as Storm? Well, he doesn't really do anything for Storm. I guess sometimes he gets you an extra card in hand, but that doesn't really do much for him. Okay, so why not build him as Ramp? Well, unfortunately, most Ramp doesn't have colored pips on it, outside of like Midnight Clock and Cursed Mirror, so that doesn't help you animate Keranos. All right, so it becomes, is it value with this theme around permanence? I think my favorite cards in this deck are the Overlords because they can be played a little early. They have versatile abilities, drawing cards or dealing damage, and they add to Keranos's devotion. I also think that there's a bit of just, I ran into a ton of blue decks, mono blue decks, and blue Izzet control, and also Azorius control when I was playing this, which they have board wipe, so you don't have many creatures, but we don't have as many counterspells as them, so they're oftentimes able to get ahead of us and stay ahead. If you're looking for this deck list, though, it is in the description below. And apparently, the matchmaking has been screwy in Brawl this week, so I don't know how Keranos will match for you. I know how it matched for me. You can kind of see it in this video. And sometimes you run into Ruric Thars that have no creatures in them. That was a weird one. Still fun. Yeah, if you're looking for a similar commander to Keranos, or one that's kind of just better with Storm, I will absolutely recommend Raw Crackling Wit. This is a fantastic card. It defends you itself. It gets loyalty by you casting spells, and that's pretty fun. Keranos, though, has a lot of like unusual synergies you can throw in. Things like Twin Flame Tyrant to increase that bolt damage. And of course, all of those permanents we were talking about. Niv Mizzet also being a one-off, if this is in play, Keranos is animated, is really cool. You could play other Niv Mizzets in this deck too. I just played this one because I think it's the best one, because it's, you know, it's rad. Can't be countered, deals damage, plays well with instants and sorceries. That's really fun. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.